Morning people, welcome back to Dutch Modeling. Today with another inbox review. For this one there's a special thanks going out to Revell of Germany for providing me with this review sample. This is the LKW 5 ton MLGL, or the 5 ton MAN truck, military service. Like I said, it's a Revell of Germany. It's a level 4, it's the second hardest level they have. It's 135, just a 159 parts, and the total length will 22.1 centimeter. So it is the box art. Again, box art here. Kit number is 03257. On the side, more box art. You can see more box art, and on the back, here's the build of model, painted and well, some detail shots, a sprue oversight, the basic paints you need down here in the Revell color line. Of course they're gonna use their own stuff, and a little picture of what they else got in store. So let's open the box, and Revell wise, it's the side opening box. To be honest, no one really likes. I've opened this box before, and yeah, I'm gonna be honest, there are some problems. As you can see, parts have down here in the corners. You can hear it. Parts, there are multiple parts. Here's one, have already broken off the sprues, so that's not good. But let's open the back and let's see what we get out of here in one piece. So, oh no, there's more. Oh, that's not a part. Well, let's salvage first. And here are two parts. There's one, there's one. There's one. Those two. Okay, so those are the parts that already have broken off their sprue, so that's not a good sign. Sorry Revell, but it isn't. I'm gonna put these on the side and start like I always do with the not sure what these are, I hope they're not damaged beyond repair. Let's start with the instructions. And I've built my fair share of Revell before, but this is new to me, this style of instruction booklet, so I'm gonna see what this is. First a cartoonish sort of showing how to build, including decals and everything. Whole overview in I think 15 different languages what the symbols mean. And here you got the Revell colors. And this time they're all single colors, you don't have to mix anything. And then there's this, and I really like this one. It's a very clear sprue overview, very clearly numbered. And well, the blackouts are pretty obvious, so this is very clear. I like this, how they did this. And again here, yeah, looks good. So building starts with, this will be part of the transmission, I guess. So you got 1, 2, it's very hard to distinguish what these are. Could be a seat, could be something else. The binding struts between the two chassis parts. Underneath, chassis parts being both chassis parts going together. Axle, steering components. Yeah, steering axle here. It's probably be a fuel tank or something like that. By the looks of it now. The drive shaft, shock absorbers here. More parts to the chassis, parts to the axles, and springs, coil springs. More chassis parts. And shock absorber part of the drivetrain here. And then here you can see how the shock absorbers are placed. Again, a little bit more work on the chassis, and then this looks like being the bottom of the cab. The muffler for the exhaust. And here we go to the interior. The dashboard with a lot of decals, as you can see. Color callouts next to it. And it even looks like they colored the color callout veins. So A is greenish, C is black, D is brown. So that's cool that they did this. I haven't seen that before. This is the, I would say, well, one of the sides. This is a door, okay? The other side is the front. Windows go in. Here the dash goes in place. One side going on with the front and the bottom. Steering wheel, steering column, shifter, gear lever goes in. The seats go in, the back wall goes in. This is the roof with the hatch, which you don't glue. You got some kind of a poly cap here on this side. Then the roof goes on. The other side, the firewall. This is the firewall. This is the back part that goes in. The second door goes in the side. The cap goes on the chassis, and there's a display here of how the exhaust pipes are being mounted through the back plate of the cabin onto the muffler. Then building up the flatbed, that's pretty straightforward. Sides, back, roof. Girders for underneath to carry the weight. Being placed more. All kinds of storage containers from the back, underneath, sorry. A towing bar is going on here. Mud flaps, lights, license plate holder, and such things. The flatbed goes on the chassis. Then the wheels, rubber wheels, and the rims go on. They of course go on. The spare goes on the side. Never knew that they kept it there, to be honest. That's new for me. Bumper goes on. The deflector, wind deflector go on. Side rear view mirrors go on. And lights with light guards go on. And it's done. You got the coloring. This one's for Lüneburg 85. No, come on. Then you got one for Augustdorf 95. This is tritone. And you got one for the K4 mission for Kosovo in 2006. And you can see they use the same colors, and yet they look completely different. This is way more faded as this one, but still they say they use the same colors. I don't know if that's the paper it's printed on. I guess so. So if you check the lines from the camo, they're all the same. So I'm guessing this is more paper-like. This is more glossy-like. The way they printed it, and the main difference will be in the decals. The real difference is actually adding the K4 decals, and that's it. And they have a different license plate. And here you got a UN Somalia 94 white truck. This is actually the scheme for the original packaging of this truck, because this is a rebox. So far the instructions. Back in the box. It always comes with this. Take this out. This is a safety advice. Revell always supplies that. 100 different languages, I don't know. Just read it first, don't eat your guinea pig, don't stick it in your face, and all that kind of stuff, you know. The decals, very nice, very flat, printed in Italy, so I'm guessing by Cartograph. It doesn't say that, it just says printed in Italy, but they are very nice. Flat. You don't see that a lot, hopefully. See if the camera can pick up the light and the difference in flatness. Oh. I'm gonna put this in this. And this is where this is good for. I'm just gonna put it back in, and they're protected. So let's start with the sprues. So yeah, I got some parts. I'm going to take these parts first. Here's part of the thingies underneath. I'm just checking if nothing is broken. So this is still one part. This is one of the axles. We've got multiple ones, so you're going to see them on the sprue in a minute. And there's a big hole here. It's not supposed to be there. See there? It's short shot or sinkhole. So otherwise it's okay. The chassis girders. There's a whole lot of deformation here on the sides. I'm guessing the camera will pick it in a second. See if the camera picks it up. See if this, you can see all the, it's almost the mountain landscape. I don't know if the camera picks it up, to be honest. Oh, there you can see it now, okay. All around there, all the dimples and shadowy thingies. Yeah, it has its problems. This one is the same. They will bend. But luckily, most of this you won't be able to see because it's underneath. So get away with that. This is one of the fenders. There's nothing more about it. You need a little bit of cleanup, but it broke off. It's still the one piece. And then I got these two, and I have no clue where they're from, but I'm afraid they're broken off of somewhere. You can see, but I'll see. Later on, I'll keep these aside and see where they're broken off. But it looks like they broke. So let's start with the sprues. Yes, not very nicely cut off. The protective guards for the headlights, the dash, kind of parts for toolboxes. Steering wheel. Looks like to be the fuel tank. This is part of the cabin as well. This all looks good. The drive, one of the drive shafts. Yep, this doesn't look too bad. A little close up. Drive shaft, the dash with the instrument panel, which gets 100 decals. Guards, flash free, the steering wheel, the wall, parts for the storage bins, or boxes, whatever you want to call them. So, this one doesn't look too bad. So, back in the back. It says here inside Revell 2001, so you can see on this one this is a Reeboks. Skillmate says so too, but here MIN, the logo on the front, molded on a window wiper, so take care that if you put it together you have to put the windows in from behind. So you have to put the windows in before you put the cap together. Wheel hubs with a little bit of flash on the side. The seat with a little flash, part of the other thing underneath. And this is the roof. Small stuff here. The sides. This is the cab. Floor. This is the bench for the passengers. Here's the step, you can see some flash here. I think these are the headlights. There's the interior with some pretty nasty ejector pin marks. I wonder how much you can see of these if you once you close it up. Just the exterior, but you see the step there. Where's my finger there? Step there, there's a lot of flash. On the wheel there. The chair, you don't have to point at it there. It's the front. Sides. Here's the other side. Like I said, I'll turn it around so you can see there's interior, a bit of interior on the insides. The doors. You can also see the ejector pin marks. So, and there's the other one. And there you see even the flash even worse. So, back in. Put these back in as well. Those loose parts. Parts of the flatbed. The tarp detail is very nice. Can't say anything about that one, and I know these things because I work with these things. This looks very good. It definitely looks good. It's a shame they didn't do it on the roof, because the roofs are made of almost the same material. But this is pretty smooth, and a roof isn't smooth. Don't believe me, it isn't. If they would have done this on here, it would be brilliant. Well, can't have it all. The back, you could open the back, put it down, like sort of just got out or in, but then again you have to work away from ejector pin marks on the sides as well. There is detail, but there are also ejector pin marks. No detail on the roof. And this is wood, but there is no wood texture, so you would have kind of need to put on wood texture on this one as well. Another drive shaft. This one looks pretty good. So, yeah, will fit. You can see the texture there. That's brilliant. That really is good. See the back part plate as well. With the texturing, that's very good. But then the roof, that's this. There's the ribs, but there's no texture whatsoever. It is a little bit coarse, but that's it. And then there's the inside. We got the detail, but you also got the injector pin marks. The same for the, and these are large parts, so you have to spin a lot, sorry for that. Here's the back plate, where the soldiers get in and out with the steps, but again, injector pin marks. You can get them off, of course, that's no problem, but. So, this is the biggest sprue, also with one with the least parts. We got, these are, no they're not, in fact they're the same. There are a lot of the same stuff. Mudguards, axles, with the drivetrain axles, coil springs, steering arms, wheels, muffler. This one's also broken off almost. Shock absorbers. This is almost everything. This here stops. There's a lot of drivetrain stuff here. Very harsh ejector pin marks here on the coil springs, so watch how you place them. Also on the inside here are sinkholes. Not good. There's flash here inside. This is almost closed up completely. This has to be open. Let's see if I can open it with my knife. It's not easy. It's still not completely clean. Here as well. Here's a very big sinkhole. You can see it on the other side as well. Details. See all the, is that the one? Here's, there, that's the sinkhole. That hole doesn't supposed to be there. That one does. So, and again here on the spring or coil springs, turn it around. You can see the pits. So you have to take care how you position them, so you won't see them on the outside. I don't think they will be visible. Girders, more steering parts, exhaust, again a ton of ejector pin marks. Here's one of the parts that broke off from the, where the other axle is supposed to be. I have no clue where those small parts came. Oh shit, yeah, I think I found it. Where was it? Where was it? I thought it's shock absorbers. No, they're still on there. They're still on here. Ah, yeah. They're supposed to be on there. So those two little parts, those two, actually supposed to be on here. You can see here with the shock absorbers. I'm going to show you close up. See, they have these feet, and these don't have anymore. And I don't know if the camera picks it up. You can see there, no, there, and there. Brake marks. They broke off there. So now at least I know where they're from. I can glue them back on their place. Well, This is the towing bar with its storage bin, wheels. And this is the exhaust, and again if you look at the exhaust, there are pretty deep EPAs around, all around. And some on the girders as well, but yeah, a little bit mud does that away. These wheels look clean. Well, that's that one. Then we got a small one still. So he broke out. I'm gonna put these back in there. Hope I won't lose them. Here's the second mud guard coming from. Girders, covers. Yeah, nothing special, but you can see there's some detail on here. It's pretty faint. And then here are the wheels. Packaged separately. Oh, 1 second, there's somebody at the door. So, as I said, the wheels. They're, wow, they're solid. They're rubber, but they're solid. I mean, you can see the imprint in my fingers now, so I didn't do a weekly push. The frets look good. I have to give them that. There's no markings on the sides, but and you got 5 of these. So back in. 1 second. Sorry for that. On to the last part. This is the clear parts. And they are very clear. Yeah, they are very clear. You can see. Oh, 1 second again. So those clear parts are good. There's just the fronts, the sides, and the lights. I can say a lot about those. That's good. Finally, sorry, but I'm gonna be maybe doing a build video about this because there are only a few parts, so it should be built quite easily. And you probably will be able to see those in those corners again. But pre-built, this being the end of the review of the Revell LKW 5-ton MLGL, or the 5-ton truck. I normally are somewhat of an advocate for Revell because a lot of people keep talking them down, being a cheap, shitty company and all kinds of mistakes, and especially the box and the single bag in the inside, and I never really had a problem with Revels, and I built my fair share of Revell kits. But 2 things at least. Revell, please do something about the packaging, because it doesn't protect anything. And that single bag as well, it just makes sure you saw how many parts broke off. It just doesn't protect anything, it damages it. So I think if you would do those two, change packaging in just in a 2-part box, or like everybody else has, and change your inner packaging, those bags, make it 2 or 3 bags, split it up a bit, just to protect your own product. It would be so much more smart, so much smarter, and so much wiser. But all in all, like I said, this is pre-built. Can't say anything about the fit yet. I can say after this part, seeing the flash, which is workable, but also some of the sink marks and parts broken off, and I'm not very hopeful. Sorry, but it doesn't look good. I will do the whole thing in a minute. You'll see how it ends up being built, and I hope I will be more positive than at the moment, because at the moment, I don't know. I have my doubts. So, all in all, I hope you enjoyed this review, learned of it, and hope to see you soon. Bye bye. So, the building part is done, as you can see. What do I think of this kit? Well, it's definitely not a Dragon or a Tamiya. It says it's a 4-star in a box, and it goes together easily enough. That's true. But to really make it shine, you'll need to put in a lot of work. So it will. Revell goes to a level 5 maximum, but I'm guessing this will be a level 8 or 9. There are a couple of shortcomings. Nothing you cannot overcome if you really want to. Revell being Revell, the kits are pretty cheap, so that's not a problem. And it's not completely together, the building parts, but everything is still in parts. So it will be easier when I'm finally gonna paint it, of course. Well, except for the wing mirror here and the diffuser on top here and the windows, everything is where it should be. Even this little thing here, which is movable. If it will work, let me see. No, so that's fun. You got a spare wheel. But there are a couple of issues. Let's start with this one. This has the least. And you see the wheels are not on yet, so I have to figure it out. It goes on pretty well. There's some things, as you can see here, back. There are some short shots. But all in all, you can see here's a little dim, here's a little short shot here. I didn't fill them up. This is no problem. This is wood, so it can be dented. This overall, the fit is pretty good. But here, ejector pin marks. You have to deal here on the back. Here, they ejector pin marks, but okay, ejector pin marks you can deal with. That's not the real problem. Most of this is pretty okay. Even I like the tarp effect on the sides. They are pretty cool. So yeah, the cargo part, no problem with those. The wheels, again, they are pretty hard, and there is a way to make them weighted. Probably, to be honest, I don't really know. You can see this is again basic. That wasn't round. You had to really, with the hobby knives, clean it out to even make it fit. But again, not really the biggest problem. And the other wheels, take them all off the chassis. You got two difference. See, with the extra and without the extra bolts for the front, and with the extra bolts for the back. And this is the spare wheel. It's open. So the cap, which I still left open so I can paint it easily. It's not even a problem as well. Just a couple of things. You see here, it's a hole in the back. There. On this side, you see this thing, that thing. And you can see on the inside, there is a located hole there. So, you can see how long it is, can't you? Oh no, let's see. It's that long. And if you put it together, yeah, there's almost half centimeter too short. So you get a choice here, put it in there, or put it inside of the back of the wall. But I opted to do this, so you actually should cut it up, put a little bit extra plastic in there, put it up again. Sinkholes here in front of here. Those are the most obvious things of the cap. Again, these light guards have 2 pins on the front, which you apparently have to put in somewhere here, next to here. Nah, that doesn't fit. That doesn't line up really good. This light guard, according to the instructions, should be more here, but then that doesn't line up. So cut them up and move them around. Again, not really a big deal. And the fit of this, not too bad. Like I said, I didn't fit the wing mirror yet, and the diffuser in the front, which I did fit here. It's all easy access for the painting later. There's some filling needed there. Filling is not a problem. Whoosh. Destroying it, however, while reviewing it is. Now, however, the chassis. Yeah. You can see. I hope you can see it. It's pretty. The lighting isn't too bad now. Too good. The indentations there on the sides. It's all short shots. That's bad. This doesn't fit. It's too short. This doesn't fit. This all doesn't fit. All the ejector pin marks you got everywhere, invisible. The sides here, here on the sides here, here, yep, here, everywhere. Again, inside here, and I didn't even bother filling them up because you probably won't be seeing it when it's done. Just here on the shock absorbers. I actually turned around the springs the wrong way, because on the inside got ejector pin marks. Then there was, of course, the fact that there was a lot of broken off parts in the back. The cabin, I'm going to take one part off now so I don't break enough. I'm going to fit this on here. This side is flush. Hopefully you can see. It's flush against it. That side, not so much. So you have to kind of bend the chassis open while everything is glued on, and hopefully it snaps in and stays put And while doing that, I'm lucky this time. I broke the steering rods off a couple of times already doing this. The placement, I'm going to take this off because it's going to fall off otherwise. Of this one, you see the blocks where they should go. That's off by a couple of inches as well. That one is okay. That one not so much anymore, and then this goes way off. And it just doesn't want to fit any better than that. It's just off. The measurements weren't correct. I don't know what exactly happened there, but it should actually go further back. It just doesn't. So yeah, it goes together well enough, and like I said, it isn't a Tamiya or a Dragon, of course. So well, they probably don't like me, okay, but you get what you pay for. But still, I'm gonna review soon their new Leopard, and I opened the box, and yeah, that's a whole different kind of kit. And that's also Revell putting everything in one bag. You know, risk of stuff breaking off. Everybody knows that. And then the box. It's just not sturdy enough. And you saw when I did the opening of the how much came off the sprues even inside the bag. It's a shame. It could be a lot better. The weakest point is really the chassis. The chassis really. I would almost suggest redoing that because just there's so much wrong with that. I don't know if it's the designing or they need to be economical with the styrene, or just the molds are just old because it's just a rebox, it's not a new kit. Something with the chassis is just wrong. Sorry, but so all in all, would I recommend this kit? No. If you're really in need of a 5 tons Bundeswehr truck, and I mean really in need of one, and I can't think of any other company that makes one, well, you don't have any other choice. But would I recommend it? No. Sorry, can't. So far my review, I'm guessing the first that's not really positive. But well, that happens as well. So hope you liked it anyway, and hope to see you soon. Bye.